football is the home of Super Bowl 56. And this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Cards and the 49ers, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy between the Arizona Cardinals taking on yet another NFC team, the San Francisco 49ers. After all the hype, it's finally time for football as we're underway in Super Bowl 56. More now on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Cardinals now getting set to go offensively, and it'll be the dual-threat quarterback Kyler Murray leading the way. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he couldn't get rid of the football, trying to buy a little time, but he'll just tuck it and go down. D Ford, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Murray, and the reception made by Green. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cardinals. A.J. Green with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Cards have struck quickly here in the opening minute of this Super Bowl. Extra point good by Prater, and it's now a 7-0 game. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. A former second-round pick back in 2014, Jimmy Garoppolo trotting into place, looking to guide this San Francisco 49er offense. On first down, Mitchell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Returning it is Moore. Just one more block as it stands, 37-yard return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Kwan Williams. He's at the 30. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down right around the 16. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Garoppolo now. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cards are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll get him down up past the 15.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
So I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. Murray throwing complete there to Hopkins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Murray getting this complete to Connor. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. Now Murray again. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Niners are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Mitchell, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So no gain on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here's Moore on the return. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. And look at this. For the 2nd straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. On first down, it's Mitchell. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. To throw is Garoppolo. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. This from 54 yards away. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. Well, that is not what you want to see from him on the big stage, obviously. He's been so reliable all season long. A big part of why they've gotten here to this game. But you have to wonder, will this haunt them later as the Super Bowl progresses? Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw, it's Murray. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they scored a touchdown. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Moore now to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down, Murray. And that one almost intercepted. Could have been his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's going to bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, they run with Edmonds. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. J.J. Watt able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version
So the halftime show of the Super Bowl, abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they trail here in this Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, maybe as they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This will be fielded at the 17. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense. On one hand, as we look at some ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And nearly another interception. Well, it would have been his 3rd of the game, but this time he couldn't hang on. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And this one's incomplete.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion for us there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Here's Andy Lee now. We think to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Garoppolo. His throw incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Quan Williams. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on second down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Mitchell. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
2nd and 11 now.
Now a give, right side. Mitchell. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That ball caught, Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 35 yards. And the Niners have regained the lead in the 2nd half of this Super Bowl. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cardinals. Chase Edmonds, 70 yards. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead.
Cliff Kingsbury going to decide here to leave the offense out and go for 2. Connor going to try and run it. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game. Instead, it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. On 2nd and 9. Garoppolo. Open man is Juwan Jennings. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Looking left side, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Oh, how about this on first and goal? No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. And, oh, boy, something you certainly don't want to see. Deebo Samuel still down. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now Murray off play action. Zach Ertz has it complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Murray.
And this will be swung out here for counter.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And look at this. For the second straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And the 49ers are right back in this football game. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. Now Garoppolo. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Jerome Jennings, 65 yards. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. To throw is Garoppolo. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
It is fielded right at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Well, he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Murray to throw. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it with an high lash. Dropped at the 1.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Flushed out right. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a one-point game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. He's going to let it fly. And this one too low. And the Cardinals have done it. They're the kings of the NFL. Arizona, your Super Bowl champs. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all off season, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.